I've been having a lot of trouble sleeping lately. I have a rooster problem in my neighborhood, and by that I mean that somebody in my neighborhood adopted a rooster and lets him out early in the morning. By 6:15, he's directly outside my window screaming bloody murder. And I realized that the only reason I would want to go watch Dune 2 is to find a quiet place to sleep away from the noise of this rooster. Hi all, SnarkyJay cosplay here. A lot of people have been asking me if there's going to be a review for Dune 2 on this channel, and no, there isn't gonna be. Last year, I got invited to watch the premiere of the first Dune movie. And I took my dad, and we were both really excited because I was not around when that first Dune movie came out, the original, but my dad was around back then, and he remembered that it was supposed to be a really big deal among certain communities. So naturally, when I got an invite to watch what seemed like it was gonna be the movie of the year, I was super stoked. We sat in a nice theater, we had fresh, free popcorn and drinks. And I've always been very clear about the fact that free popcorn and drinks will not influence a review, but it will influence whether or not I drive an extra half hour on a weekday to go watch a film that I'm not super interested in. You tell me there's free popcorn there or something to munch on, I'm out. A bitch loves free food. But my main thing in wanting to watch Dune when it came out originally was to come on here and review it and talk to you guys about it. And I was expecting it to become a thing for me. I was expecting to leave there wanting to make a still suit with the little nose thing, and I was already researching like the blue contact lenses for the spice. I was stoked about Dune. I wish I had known that I was going to be sitting down for like the longest 2.5 hours of my life. Look, I love sci-fi movies. You guys know that I'm all about Star Wars and I'm all about superheroes and all that, but I also watch a lot of dramatic films. I like well-written movies. So before you come on here and start yelling at me about you only like Transformers, you just don't get Dune, you're not smart enough. I have a college degree and I love watching slow movies with lots of dialogue when it's good. To me, Dune was one of the most pointlessly slow movies on the planet. It was a lot of mumbling and a lot of desert. And look, I like things about big worms as much as the next guy, right? I mean, remember this episode of SpongeBob?
That's not the worm.
Pardon?
That's not the worm. That's his tongue.
Run for your life!
That was a good one, right? And I'm with the worm thing, but this movie was just not it. I've never felt more disconnected from a film in my life. And I get it, right? It was the first one of multiple. Now we've got the second one. But being that my experience with the first one was that bad, I don't want to go watch the second one. Guys, I mean, think about it, right? If you dated somebody that was nuts, and then you met like a sibling, would you go back and date the sibling? I mean, obviously they both came from the same place, right? One of them can't be all that much better than the other one. That's how I feel about these movies. The first one was not for me. I'm glad that so many other people liked it, but it wasn't my thing. Why am I gonna go back to watch the second one and then come on here and make a video about it, and then you guys get to call me stupid and get mad at me and I don't want to do that. And I know that a lot of people are still probably lingering on that rooster bit from the beginning. That is 100% a true story. I do really have a rooster keeping me awake and nobody will do anything about it. But on another note, I was trying to watch this movie and I was getting more and more bored. And my dad is kind of one of those people that can and will fall asleep anywhere if he gets bored enough. I'm trying to watch this movie. I'm at the very least trying to focus on Timothy Chalamet a little bit. I guess he's not really my type, but whatever. And at one point, I feel my dad slump over next to me, and this dude fell asleep, right? And I'm thinking, you know what? That's a great idea. And next thing I know, I hear him go, like he's literally starting to snore in the theater. I had to be listening out for every time he snored to throw an elbow. And that was my experience with Dune. Boredom and having to elbow my dad every like 6 minutes to keep him from snoring his way through this film. I am not saying that my opinion is the right one here. I'm sure tons of people are gonna go watch the second Dune. After all, look how much publicity they had. Zendaya even cosplayed C-3PO for the purpose of promoting this movie. It's going to be great, I'm sure, for other people. It's not gonna be great for me. I already know that I have a predisposition to not like this movie because of my experience with the first one, so I really have no interest in going and torturing myself sitting through something I don't like to then just come on here and on it for everybody else. I mean, I do that for some stuff, but I'm not gonna do that to Dune. I know it's supposed to be artsy sci-fi, and I want you guys to enjoy it without SnarkyJay coming on here and ruining it for you guys. I'm just that good a person. They wanted to saint me, but I said, no, I really don't want all that honor. I would just feel bad. And that concludes my story. That is why there will not be a review for Dune 2 on this channel. Now, I do have some other movie reviews coming out soon. If you guys have any other movies you would like for me to talk about on this channel, do let me know. But yeah, Dune 2 it's a no-go for me. I can't put myself through it. That's all from me. I've been SnarkyJay. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. For more SnarkyJay, be sure to check me out on Instagram. And if you'd like to support me, my content creation, and this channel, do check out and consider subscribing to my Patreon. I will link both of those in the description below, and let me know your thoughts on my views on the first Dune movie in the comments below.